What's up everyone, and welcome to Jayconomics. My name is Jay and it's a pleasure to meet all of you. On this channel, we take a look at anything related to finance with a strong focus on investing. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, then please consider subscribing and liking this video to help me on my quest to befriend the big, bad YouTube algorithm. What's up everyone, and welcome back to Jayconomics. In this video, we're going to talk about a very exciting stock, and a very affordable one too, that is a play on electric vehicle adoption. Before we get into it, if you want to grow your portfolio exponentially, be sure to check out our Smart Money Squad Patreon. There are various tiers for your goals and budget. You get my buy and sell alerts instantly, my weekly watch list and entry points every Sunday, as well as updates throughout the week whenever I see something interesting in the market, and of course, access to the private Discord. The link for that is in the description below. We also have a free Discord with over 3,000 investors, so be sure to join that. And we are also on Instagram as well, so hit us up at Jayconomics with a follow on IG. Those links are also in the description below. So make that thumbs up turn blue and subscribe if you're new. It really does help the channel grow. And now without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so the company that we're going to discuss today in detail is St. George Eco-Mining. Now, what do these guys do and why are they special? Well, I promise you that you will want to watch this video until the end, as this opportunity is a very special one in my opinion. St. George's business model revolves around 4 areas: mining, energy, technology, and investments. So there's lots of stuff to unpack with this one, so let me start off with this. The green wave is only just beginning. There's no denying it. We've seen the beginning, and now we're going to continue seeing significant advances in the clean energy space in the next 5 to 10 years. Joe Biden's clean energy bill calls for $400 billion over the next 10 years, with a major focus on electric vehicles. Now, Elon Musk has stated his plans for Tesla to produce 20 million vehicles annually by 2030. With this accomplishment, though, comes a problem needing to be addressed. Now, without recycling, EV batteries will lead to tons of waste in our landfills. This is not a good thing at all. Lithium-ion batteries can overheat, which could then lead to fires or even explosions in landfills. Elon has also been very vocal about the important role lithium will play in this puzzle. So, EV battery recycling, clear, obvious need. Now, before we get into the lithium aspect here, let me briefly touch on those 4 pillars St. George is involved in. So first, investments. They own 8.7 million shares, which equates to 30% ownership in a publicly traded blockchain solutions company called ZEU Technologies. Note that ZEU Technologies has 4x'd in stock price in the last month or so. Now, in terms of energy, St. George is a 15% shareholder in a 19.9 megawatt hydro power plant project being developed in Iceland, 100% green energy. Now, in terms of mining, here they've got the Iceland Gold Project. What's a little stunning about this one is that they actually own every single exploration license for gold in all of Iceland. So yeah, there's a little fun fact for you. Next, they've also got 2 nickel properties in Quebec, and with nickel demand on the increase, SX, or St. George, is well equipped to be a serious player in the nickel industry. This is all great and all very promising, but would this alone have made me invest into St. George? No. So what was the breaking point? Well, as I teased earlier, it all starts with lithium. Lithium by nature is highly reactive, and so you can't just take it straight from the ground and stick it into a battery. Lithium extraction is a chemical process, and one that can pollute water supply. And this is exactly where St. George comes in. They are working on a game-changing technology to extract lithium and currently have patents pending. St. George has reported astounding early-stage results with lithium extraction up to 98% and completed in record time. What's the average, you might ask? 30%. So yeah, huge difference here. Now let's circle back to Tesla. They are looking to start their own mining and processing chain and recently pulled out of an agreement with Cypress Development Corporation. Now, although Tesla may end up developing their own tech, they could very well be looking to acquire tech as well. Now, just a few days ago, on February 11th, St. George entered into a definitive agreement with Altair International. This partnership is quite revealing, and I will tell you why. They plan on producing clean energy recycling processes for lithium-ion batteries. This project is notable and an absolute game changer, as they will reuse every last piece of these old EV batteries while wasting nothing. If you've been paying attention so far, this is very significant. Alright, next important point is EVSX. This is a 100% owned subsidiary company of St. George. Now, they started EVSX specifically for their clean energy projects, but here's the kicker. Who's the first person they brought on board? Who's the first person they brought on board? Who is the director and president of EVSX? None other than Paul Pelosi Jr. Yeah, that Pelosi, Nancy's son. And regardless of what you think of that family, this is a pretty big Easter egg. Look, do you really think that he would have accepted this position associated with a company that does not have a plethora of amazing things going for it? Further, it's not just his name, he does have the accolades to back it up. He was the president of the Environmental Commission in San Francisco, an organization that develops policy in a host of environmental programs, including energy efficiency, and guess what? Recycling. Knowledge and power. This is a great combination, and Pelosi's got it. Now, not only is he running EVSX, he put his money where his mouth is and participated in a private placement with $200,000 of his own money. Sure, you can argue that $200,000 is not much for him, it's kind of chump change, which is a good point, but this is still not a common occurrence, so it's still something that I find quite interesting. Now, on top of all of this, Paul Pelosi Jr. also happens to be an advisor for American Battery Metals Corporation, which the ticker for that one is ABML. Now, ABML is also working on its own battery recycling process, and its stock has recently gained a lot of hype and attention from investors. ABML founder Craig Alford is the CEO of Beryl Energy. The ticker for that one is BRLL, which has completely exploded from sub-penny 0.0044 at some point to 58 cents right now. That's more than 100x in like a month. Anyways, Alford is in discussions with both Altair International and St. George in order to acquire location sites for future recycling plants in none other than Nevada, where who's going to be their neighbor? Tesla. All right, so now let's take a brief look at St. George's financials. They had $21,000 in cash as of September 30th, 2020. So a placement was expected, to be soon. SX ended up raising 2 rounds. The first was at 10 cents Canadian, and another at a great price right after their huge pop from 10 cents to 70 cents. So the first one was closed on November 25th for $2 million, and the second on February 10th for $10 million. So once this placement closes, this will give the company ample cash to pay off debt and expand. To conclude, with so many potential catalysts ahead for St. George, a 3 to 4x from the current share price does really not seem unreasonable in 2021. The mining and technology catalysts are all expected to be revenue producing this year, so we'll be able to get a better gauge of revenue and price appropriately. Now, ZEU has also been a very successful investment for them, and this should reflect in their books in Q4 and Q1. The company is also very well cashed up and all ready for takeoff in 2021. As for me, I currently own 6,750 shares in one account and 3,400 shares in another account at 45 cents Canadian. So that wraps it up for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that it gave you a good insight into why I am very bullish on St. George moving forward. And guys, if this video brought you some value, then please hit that like button for me, as it really does help the channel a lot. And if you want more content like this, then don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be notified when any new video comes out. And of course, check out the Patreon if you want access to all of the perks like our awesome Discord and access to all of my stocks and plays in a timely fashion and much, much more. And until next time, take care and invest smart.